50 years after the final Harry Potter book, Harry Potter is now headmaster of Hogwarts, ready to usher in a brand new generation of witches and wizards. My name's Radio Mike, and together with my friend Sam Garlep, we're reading every chapter of my Harry Potter fanfiction from when I was 13. This is book 4 in that series. Welcome to Harry Potter and the Phantom Farter. Everyone, welcome to Harry Potter and the Boys, a fan fiction podcast by me, Radio Mike. Book 4, The Phantom Farter. Sam Garlep is here.
Domo arigato, Mr. Arabato. I think I've done that exact one before.
No, that was the one we cut out because
you thought I was...
it might be racist.
That was the exact one though.
Yeah, but we didn't use it. We restarted.
Yes.
But then we talked about
it.
And
I can say that now because I'm going to Japan.
Yes, you are. How
Guys,
exciting.
I'm going to Japan in December.
And sorry, I did see your text. You asked where we stayed in Osaka. Just stay near the Dotonbori market, which is like the big river kind of market.
Well, thank you for telling me that because Mike actually replied going, Osaka D's nuts.
I didn't. I was like, I would never make a D's nuts joke.
I said, Mike, that's so old, so lame. I'm asking you a serious question.
Yeah.
We basically decided on like a Wednesday, maybe we should go to Japan. And then we booked it on Friday. On the Friday, 2 days later.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, fuck
nice.
it,
That's awesome. Go. And you're going for 14 days or 10?
No, less, 10.
Yeah, great.
We're just going to do it.
So what are you're doing Tokyo, Osaka,
and
Kyoto? Kyoto used to be the capital.
Yeah. And
that's pretty crazy.
Kyoto and Tokyo, two of the only cities in one country in the world that are anagrams of each other.
Oh, yeah, true, because it's Tokyo, Kyoto.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Melbourne and Bournemouth.
Yeah, have you been there?
There's no born Mel.
There might be.
Your girlfriend Mel was born.
She was born.
Yeah.
I believe.
I mean, I wanted to talk to you about, put it this way. I have some beef with you.
What?
Well...
What? We've been having such a lovely time today.
I noticed last week on the Cheap Seats, the show you work on, there's always a guest. This week's guest was...
Well, I was going to... Yeah.
Oh, you were going to bring this up.
Yeah.
It was Stephen Fry.
That's right.
And I just...
That's right, Mike.
I'm really... It's looking less and less likely like you're going to say, I've lined up a special guest for today's show because...
There is an update.
Oh, okay. Okay. Great.
Well, I guess to go... Should we take it back to the start?
Yes. Take it back to the start. The very start is that... Stephen Fry narrates the Harry Potter audiobooks in the UK edition. Jim Dale does the US, but Stephen Fry, the superior narrator.
Of course.
And I'm not sure who it was. It might have been Yeetmaster 467, but it might not have been. Suggested in an email or an owl.
Wasn't. I don't think it was Yeetmaster because Yeetmaster said he hates Sammy, whereas I think this guest was like, said I was all right.
Yeah, okay. And they were like... Hey, I think I'm just going to suggest some guests for the podcast. I think you should get Stephen Fry. And to which, like...
Especially 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was an absurd request. Frankly, it was an absurd request.
Yeah, you've had, obscure Melbourne comedian as a guest, and the next guest... You should get Stephen Fry or Lewis Spears.
Yeah, Lewis Spears. Yeah, two very attainable people.
Yeah,
Lewis is. But
how would you ever get Stephen Fry?
Yeah, and so then that's why when I saw that Stephen Fry was a guest on the Cheap Seats, I know that you were in the room for every episode of that show. So I'm like, well, there is no doubt in my mind that Sam is going to ask Stephen to come on the pod.
Yes. So the Cheap Seats. He's a show I work on. I noticed we had Stephen Fry. We'd got him as a guest, and I was like, "This is amazing. This is my chance to
pounce
Harry Potter and the Boys." This is 3 years in the making since we got that message where we're saying we should try to get Stephen Fry. This is my chance to get in a room with him.
Yeah. do something for the pod.
Yeah, or ask him to be on, or record something for the pod, right? This is...
So get him.
So I was nervous.
Yeah, as you would be.
And I don't want to do it in front of anyone else as well.
Okay, how come? Because it's sort of like you're leveraging off.
It's kind of like I'm at work for that. So if I run into the guest and go, hey, by the way, can you do this thing for me? It's a bit like, oh, you know, they're very protective of the guests. So but I'm allowed to go, you know, I'm in the building.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is my chance. I go to the green room and knock on the door.
Wow.
I let myself in.
Wow.
And I see Stephen Fry on a screen because I realised we were doing it via Zoom. He was in Perth.
But you still could have talked to him.
Stephen. And then I realised also that, of course, I'm not mic'd up. They were just testing the Zoom link. He can't hear me. He's not there.
God damn it. And this is the magic of TV.
So I'm just, I'm in a room. I was so close to him. It's like if you're a Patreon and you're watching us right now, I'm this close. I'm
Stephen Fry.
I'm like, Stephen.
To the image of Stephen.
Come on the podcast.
It's like, what is it? The Ring where the girl comes out of the TV.
I was hoping that would happen though. If Stephen Fry would have climbed out of the television, he would have been there. And I was, please, can you come on our podcast? Please, can you say Harry Potter and the Boys? Something.
Just say it.
But because he was over Zoom, I had no access to him.
That's bullshit.
And I couldn't even, and I wasn't even doing the warm-up because I was doing the warm-up last week. So if I was, I could have like yelled to me. He would have heard my voice. He would have... I could have said the words where, I'm on a podcast, Harry Potter, and he would have heard that.
Yeah, that would have been amazing.
So that wasn't as big a build-up as I hoped, but I tried, but he was bloody in Perth.
Well, you know what?
And this is another reason to hate Perth.
I was really looking for... So why is he in Perth? Is he doing... He is doing shows in Melbourne.
Yes,
well, Claire's mum is going to a Stephen Fry show.
Oh.
So it's plausible that... Stephen Fry we might be able to get some time with Fry if Claire's mum gets...
Well, the show's an evening Stephen Fry. We were just even like a minute with Stephen Fry.
So they really missed a good opportunity for a Stevening. A Stevening with Fry. Yeah.
A Stevening with Fry. Yeah.
Well, what if is it on a Friday? Because you'd have to say a Friday Stevening with Stephen Fry.
Well, that would be great.
You couldn't not do that.
And if I'd had spoken to him, I would have suggested that. I am so disappointed because honestly, if he was in person, it's annoying because he was in Melbourne. He has been in Melbourne and he's going to be in Melbourne again. But the week that we got him to be on the show, he wasn't. But it was kind of cool. He was on the Zoom early, obviously, but so he watched the whole first segment. And annoyingly, I was in the second segment.
So what were you on for?
I was meant to be in the second segment and they moved it to the third segment and did Stephen first. But then if they had, he would have watched me on screen.
Wow. Was he crossing live on the show? Oh, he was live crossed at the time of recording. Yeah, wow. That's...
Yeah, he was there. Yeah.
Steve-tastic.
It was Stephen frightening.
That is Stephen
I had a bit of Stephen Cry.
Thunderbolts and frightening. What is it? Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening me.
Steve, very, very frightening.
Stephen Fry, let me go. Anyway, that's cool, man. What did you do on the cheapies?
It requires so much context for some reason. The Queensland election was on.
Yes. The old Queensland, which I maintain should be renamed Kingsland.
Wow, that's a good point. So there was lots of coverage. We covered, all the channels that do the live coverage of the elections. And they have all their graphics with the seats they're on percentage. This seat's in trouble in this area, and this seat's in trouble there. Earlier in the show, there was some clips about all the food that was on offer at all the election parties. Because why were they covering that? Tim gets up to his thing and goes, we actually have some, the results of the charcuterie, the nibblies. So prawn cocktails at 17%, and just did a bit of a joke about that.
That's good.
Like the mega wall that they have on these
love that
shows. Then later on, Tim made a terrible joke about
Tim's terrible jokes.
Sushi train. It was like Stephen. This is so boring. Stephen Miles, the ex-Queensland Premier, promised 50-cent train fares, and we were doing stuff in the Japanese election, and Tim said, he's actually promised 50-cent sushi train fares.
That would be so good. Really I would love that.
But like, deliberately was a bit of a groan.
Yeah. But think how much sushi you could eat for 50 cents a pop.
Yeah, it's great.
I would you could eat a 2 nights meals for less than $10, less than $5.
And then Mel after that goes, and actually I think we have another election update. Sam Garlop joins us, and I'm on the side with like an election mega war. I said, yes, Mel, we've actually there's another seat in trouble. It's actually Tim, after that sushi train joke, it's actually Tim's seat. And all the replacement, Mel Tresina, 31% to replace Tim. Robert Irwin's got some of the vote. Who was it? The French guy from Dessert Masters.
Oh yeah,
Pesto the Penguin.
Oh,
then Tim McDonald down at 1%.
Love that.
Just a few jokes about.
Mate, you're so talented. I'm so proud of you every time I see you on that show.
It's Pesto the Penguin's promised to be harsh on youth penguin crime. And a platform of...
I've seen Happy Feet.
Yeah, a platform of... with an igloo affordability scheme.
Yeah. Wow.
Some other shit about... With Grant Daniel, we don't know if he's made a preference deal or no preference deal to get... it's just election jokes. And they cut out most of it, but, got it on.
Yeah,
I don't know why I'm being so negative about it. I'm like,
it was awesome. I'm proud of you.
Well, it nearly got cut. It nearly got cut, but it made it in.
Awesome.
So that was good.
So you've brought something to the show, haven't you?
No, well, okay. I still kind of technically didn't do this.
Yeah.
But
the We Didn't Start the Fire song.
So I did promise 3 weeks ago to write a parody.
Yeah.
Of We Didn't Start the Fire.
Yeah.
But about Rome or whatever.
Yeah. And it was because the Rome burns. All burns Rome.
So I planned on doing it yesterday.
Yeah.
I still didn't do it.
Yeah.
Well, I got as far as I opened ChatGPT and I think
no, we're not doing a ChatGPT parody. So actually, let's hear what ChatGPT.
It's not too. I think my job's in trouble because I do a lot of parody songs in my comedy festival shows, and I was like, this will be so shit.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm a bit annoyed because it's
quite good.
So I wrote to Chat. I know I hate doing ChatGPT. I felt dirty opening it. Mm-hmm. But I entered this. I said, and I don't know why I had write it in question form. Yeah. Because I guess you don't have to do that on ChatGPT. They just do whatever you want.
Well, what did you say?
I said, could you please write? Right.
You don't have to say please.
A parody to the song. We Didn't Start the Fire, but replace the lyrics with facts, myths, and stories about ancient Rome.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's good. I'm excited. I'm really excited.
It's kind of shit.
Is Mount Vesuvius in there? Because that was sort of where you started with. Mount Vesuvius.
Yes. So I don't think they've quite got they haven't got the rhythm right.
Oh, okay.
Look, I don't know if I'm just going to do it or if,
Okay. So here it is.
And I don't know. I'm just going to do it. Ready? Here we go. We didn't, and I won't say the title.
Oh, that's such a good title. This is like Harry Potter and the Boys. I've seen the title of the song, but go.
Caesar's rise, Senate cries, Julius crossed the Rubicon, Pompey's fate, Vesuvius late, gladiators in Colosseum's dawn, Pax Romana, peace and trade, roads that stretch from here to Spain, aqueducts flowing, cities growing, legions marching, glory and pain.
So far, it's good.
Wow. We didn't build the empire. It was built by all the fire. Yeah. We didn't build the empire, but it sure did inspire. Nero's reign, fiddle flame, the Christians led to hungry lions.
that did happen. Rhyme. I'm going to make this.
Augustus shines, golden lions, Hannibal's elephants defying, togas worn, senators sworn, Pompey's ash, history's ash. It's the same word.
It's rhymed ash.
It's rhymed ash with ash. Cicero speaks, wisdom peaks, mythic tales from days gone past. We didn't build the empire. It was built by all the fire. We didn't build the empire, but it sure did inspire.
Harlots, heroes, emperors bold, legends whispered, stories told, Spartacus fight, night ignite. Oh, this is a different part.
Harlots, heroes, emperors bold, legends whispered, stories told, Spartacus fight, night ignite, Viscous nothing, Rome takes flight. We didn't build the empire. It was built by all the fire. We didn't build the empire, but it sure did inspire. From Romulus to the fall, echoes lingers, history's called, temples rise while shadows fall, ancient Rome remember it all.
Wow.
So
It's good. It's not great.
it's not great because you're like, what's happening? What are you talking about?
It did rhyme ash with ash, which I hate.
Yes, and there was ones that just didn't rhyme. Flame and lions didn't quite.
No, but I think the lions. It's Christians. It's Nero's reign, fiddle flame. That's the rhyme. Then Christians fed to hungry lions. Augustus shines, golding lines. Then Hannibal's elephants defying. It's defying, but I think it's supposed to be defying.
I expected it to be shit, and it was, but I also didn't expect it to. It really did included the fiddle and the flame.
Yeah, true. That's it.
Nero and the fiddle.
Nero's reign, fiddle flame. I love that. That's what happened.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you brought this.
Yes. So
Pompey's fate, Vesuvius late. Was Vesuvius late?
I don't know why Vesuvius was late.
I mean, because the Vesuvius is a volcano.
Vesuvius ate would have been better. Ate everyone, basically.
I'd go, because it's Pompey's
And
fate.
gladiators in the Colosseum's dawn? Is dawn another word for something?
Gladiators in the Colosseum, like the beginning of the Colosseum.
Oh, okay, yeah, gotcha.
Pax Romana, I don't know who that is.
Romana. I think that's like a thing. I think.
Oh, okay. Peace and trade.
People of Rome.
Oh, Pax is that game convention. Maybe it's that.
Maybe it's that. Maybe it was the gaming convention.
Yeah.
You guys got Xbox? No.
Roads that stretched from here to Spain, all roads lead to Rome, as that's the reference to that. Aqueducts flowing, cities growing, legions marching, glory. I really like this, man.
But I don't get, I get because we didn't start the fire, but we didn't build the empire. I guess you and I did not build the empire.
No. But also I think that...
And was it built by all the fire?
Well, I think it's saying that it regrew out of the fire. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean... What's the story with Hannibal's elephants?
Don't know. I don't know. I didn't know Hannibal was Italian, but they were apparently defying.
Toga's worn. We like that. Yep.
I love Pompey's ash. History's ash.
Wow, they're really running out of it. Cicero.
Who's Cicero? He sounds like he's in Bohemian Rhapsody.
No, Cicero's...
Cicero.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cicero's like Plato and.
Well, this has been fun.
This has been fun.
Should we do the double F?
Sorry,
Or do you have something else to bring?
No, I think I've brought more than I usually do, and that was me. I'm sorry.
You brought the house down with that.
I'm really sorry, everyone, that I did it via ChatGPT, but I actually feel like that made it better.
I think, I might have a go at writing an authentic.
I think that would be good.
Yeah, I'll have a shot.
And it would, and because it didn't actually include all the sayings we wanted to include, did it?
So we're at chapter 11, Sam, and off the back of last chapter where it was revealed, I believe, that Blade Lockhart would be teaching defense against the dark fart / arts. We had Fux Defungorius has popped in as the teacher for potions.
Yeah. I mean, everything's changing it, isn't it? Everything's changing.
Oh, it's absurd. So we pick up at chapter 11, and Sam, we usually start by reading the title of the chapter, which this week, Sam, happens to be the following. Sam, take it away with the title of the chapter, which is the following. Chapter 11. You read it, though, from the top. Here we go. Sam Gallup will take it away right now.
Just quickly, I mean, you did criticise me last week.
That I did.
For saying something different to that.
Oh, what did I say?
True,
we had Jackie on last week. That was great.
That was so great. Anyway, we'll talk about that. Well, we won't.
All right,
but
here we go. Chapter 11.
Oh, that's my line. Chapter 11. The Magilympics.
Ooh!
The Magilympics.
Now,
I already like it.
Do you really? Wow, that's a first.
Because it's just I guess when you think about it, the Tri-Wizard tournament.
Yeah.
It's like the Magilympics.
Yeah, but we also did have the Team Wizard tournament.
I know.
2 years ago.
This feels like a second draft.
You've
gone, you know what? This would be better.
I'll tell you one thing though. The Magilympics does feel very fan fiction-y, if it is what I think. It feels like if you were writing a fan fiction, you'd come up with that. And I guess I did.
Yeah.
Do literally.
Well, yeah, you did.
That. Yeah.
I was going to say I'm reading a book. I'm reading Fourth Wing at the moment.
Oh, the sexy fantasy.
So
isn't it very
I think
sexual?
It does get. Well, the thing is, it hasn't yet.
Yeah.
But I know that because I think Mel read it. She's like, "Oh Jesus!" So I think it's about to get sexual, but it's like dragons and
but it's sexy.
Dragons. It's I was talking to someone yesterday about it. It's really weird because I think if you've read Fourth Wing, it kind of reads as like a bit kiddie in the fantasy bit.
Fantasy does though, like fairy kind of fantasy.
This isn't fair. This isn't the fairy one. There's a fairy smut one.
Is that a Court of Thorns and Roses?
Yeah, something like that. So that's very.
What's Fourth Wing, like sword and shield kind of?
Yeah, there's like, you're at a school, like a school where you're either a dragon rider or a scribe or a healer or a whatever, and you've got a pair.
So it's
with
magic
a dragon.
School.
Yeah.
That sounds like How to Train Your Dragon.
It is kind of like that. And
there's no sex in that.
And there's lots of I guess when it's the first book and you're building the world. The world.
Yeah. There's
got to be a lot of exposition. But there is a lot. There's a lot of like the way they explain it is one bit is like when the main character is stressed, she recites like facts and things she's studied before. She's like there's something dragon is always the most powerful dragon. It's the rarest dragon, and no one ever really sees it while she's like doing a task. And I'm like, well, I bet we're going to see this dragon in like the next page.
Yeah, okay.
And we are. Oh, now we're seeing that dragon in the next chapter. And
is it a good book? Like, should I read it? Do we do a Fourth Wing spin-off where like me and you just review Fourth Wing?
Maybe, but anyway, I think maybe. I don't know. Read it or don't. I think the weird thing is that the reading is quite a bit kiddie, but I'm like, well, then why does it get sexual? It's a bit of a weird combination.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's pick up chapter 11, the Magilympics.
Fourth Wing.
See how
it just
go.
Reminded me of that because they do shit like that.
They do Magilympics.
And I just thought that's not that sophisticated. I was like, you know what else is not sophisticated? Actually, and it's quite sexual and kiddie like this.
Yeah, it's very,
I shouldn't say sexual and kiddie in the same.
Who wrote it? Sarah J. Maas, is that?
No, Rebecca Yaros.
Yep, Yarrow.
And, sorry, I know I still haven't started.
That's okay.
We talked about whether I was going to buy the Del Toro quest.
Yeah. I went
into the bookstore.
Yeah.
I saw it. I found it.
Yeah. It's a big book.
I wasn't ready to buy it. And I was like,
what would make you ready to buy it?
I had to go into the children's section to find it.
I'm not against that. You know what? Sometimes I have been thinking like, I would love to just read a like young adult fantasy book or something.
I was actually going to ask you. Maybe I'll read. I was just going to read it online. I was going to maybe start reading the first one online before I commit to buying the $40 hardcover of all the books combined.
Yeah, true. I can just send you the ebooks if you want.
Yeah, maybe just the first. Just because then I wouldn't.
Of Silence.
I wouldn't mind having the actual. Sorry. Anyway,
if you are into Harry Potter, you'll probably like Del Toro Quest. Anyway.
Okay. I'm going to actually finally start. Okay. And which the first words of the book are. Okay. Finally, we're going to get the plot of this stupid book in motion. I'm sorry it took 11 chapters, plus a prologue, plus an interlude, but we're finally here, performing for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Put your hands together if you want to clap as we take you through this monkey rap. DK, Donkey Kong.
Do you know the DK rap?
I don't. I think that's clear I don't. Because it goes, sorry, that's the DK rap. Anyway, Harry, can you do the talking? Can you please do the DK?
The DK rap is...
I know of it.
Yeah, when you... On Nintendo 64, there was a game called Donkey Kong 64. Yeah. You put the cartridge in and you were greeted by what can only be described as one of the best songs ever written, which is the DK rap. It's, so we're finally here, performing for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Put your hands together if you wanna clap as we take you through this monkey rap. DK, Donkey Kong.
I love it.
And then they go through all the... Yeah, it's a great song. I could sing it by heart. Yeah.
That's great.
If someone joins the Patreon this week, I'll put up me singing the DK rap. Blindfolded.
Okay, great. Yeah. Blindfolded.
Yeah, just to prove that I know it. The ending's great. It's like, walnuts, peanuts, pineapple smells, grapes, melons, oranges, and coconut shells. Oh, yeah. Walnuts, peanuts, pineapple smells.
I don't know it. But anyway. Mike pointed to me like, take over. And I was like,
I thought you might have got it from that, but yeah.
But I was over it. Anyway, Harry continued talking. Okay, I'm so excited for this announcement. Professor Flitwick Jr., do you want to come up here?
Oh.
Said Harry. Professor Flitwick Jr. looked look confused and walked over to the lectern where Harry was standing. When he got there, Harry kicked him over and pointed at him and just said, "Bastard, Flitwick Jr."
Kicked him over. So he wasn't even... Flitwick's not involved in the announcement. He just wanted to humiliate him.
Hey, Flitwick Jr., come up here.
Come up here. Got an announcement.
Bang! That wasn't the announcement. I just thought it'd be funny, Harry said, realising no one was laughing and taking a quick puff of his magic paper. All right, where was I? Oh, yeah. I'm pleased to announce that this year, Hogwarts won't just be your home. In fact, this year we will be hosting students from around the world for their very first Magilympics.
Oh, so it's the first ever Magilympics.
Okay. Oh, God.
But also, I think it's Hogwarts won't just be your home.
Oh, yeah. Hogwarts won't just be your home.
Yeah. I think, and also we're channeling Goblet of Fire, but we also had the flying car and the humping hilo. It's a chamber goblet hybrid, as was book 2 of this series. So yeah.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
And that kind of works then.
Yeah, I like that.
If you half.
Yeah. One side Hawaiian, one side Mexicana. Oh, it's a good pizza.
Is that...
Oh, I'd never do that.
Yeah.
No. Love a Mexicana though, pizza.
I went to have dinner for my sister's birthday and she's like, well, I'm just going to order pizzas.
Yeah.
Put in your orders. My family, between my mum, her boyfriend, dad, all the weirdest pizza orders. I'm like, this is not... It was one was Mexicana with pineapple, Aussie pizza.
Mexicana with pineapple.
Yeah, my dad's a freak.
Aussie's the one where they put a boiled egg.
There's an egg on it. Fried egg.
A fried egg in the middle.
I'm like, none of these all go together.
No.
And then, oh, God. Anyway.
Yeah, Aussie's weird.
Aussie.
I haven't had an Aussie for a long time.
Who even makes them still? But I was like, yeah, anyway.
All right, cool.
Okay. Because I'm in a group setting, I'm like, you know what? Even if I might want something crazy, I'm like, why don't we get something that everyone will like?
Yeah.
Is my thought. We should mention the merch is still available.
Merch is still available.
And shout out to Bella.
Yeah. Got another message from listener Sean who said, got asked about my HPATB hat today at Kmart.
Wow.
And I explained the podcast and they said they listened. So this is, if you want to help advertise the show, you wear the merch. That's what it does.
Wow.
Crazy stuff.
The more listeners, then the more,
More merch.
Yep. I was going to say more listeners, more problems. That's not right. It's actually less problems.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Harry put his hands in the air and fireworks went off in the Great Hall, which were a huge safety hazard and caused Michael Jackson's hair to catch fire. Oh, no.
That's the classic. You remember Michael Jackson's hair caught fire on the music video?
Yeah.
On the Pepsi ad shoot. And then Eminem did a parody of it in his music video.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, classic.
And
Eminem.
Is that one of the reasons they're like, oh, and then did they claim that as a reason when Michael Jackson started now I'm...
Like changing his hair and face. I think it might have been linked to that actually, yeah.
So lots of conspiracy videos, of his voice being actually deep.
You've told me this before, yeah. It's crazy stuff. All right, here we go.
I love little Michael. Okay. The Magilympics are, but also just great to hear Michael Jackson's in the room.
Yeah.
No, not great, actually.
Where's he been? Because he died in 2009.
Yeah, that's true.
But maybe he's a ghost now.
Why is he hanging out in a school?
Well, we know that.
Magilympics are an ancient wizarding school tradition The Magilympics are an ancient wizarding school tradition in which schools... Didn't you just say it was the very first one, said Michael? Yeah, how could it be an ancient tradition? And now the A and the T are capitalised, an ancient tradition, Rob said. Ancient tradition TM.
Yeah. It's a brand.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, basically over the summer, I came up with this idea. Over the years, I'm always trying to think of shit the kids can do to help make the school more fun, That's why we did the Team Wizard tournament. That's why I brought Socky in, Harry said. The Team Wizard tournament killed... Don't say his name!
Gorby Bolonsky, who's not allowed to be mentioned.
Yeah, he's not... Don't say his name, Harry!
He's the new Voldemort.
Yeah, holding his hands up and wincing heavily, yeah. I mean, fear of the name just increases...
Increase the fear of the thing itself, yeah.
And Socky ended up being a cum sock for you, allowing Mr. Charger to harbour himself inside it, Lockie said. Yeah, but it was fun, Harry said, smiling sheepishly.
Oh, wow.
No, it wasn't. Hope this helps. Said hopeless McDopeless.
It was fun. No, it wasn't. Hope this helps. So,
no, it wasn't. Hope this helps. No, it's funny.
Hope this helps. And great to see Hopeless back, but also I would love that to be Hopeless's catchphrase. Yeah. Hope this helps.
Hope this helps.
Because his name's Hopeless.
Yeah.
Hope this helps.
That is funny.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
A bit.
Yeah, I wrote it.
Harry looked around like the glass had shattered. He assumed all the stuff he was doing around the school was fun for the kids. Now he was learning they didn't like it at all.
Oh, poor Harry.
All right, so what do? Just cancel the whole fucking thing, Harry said. No one wants to do anything except go to school, Luke said. Please just let us go to school.
Now, can I say as well, this is 3 chapters at this one school assembly.
Yeah. Please.
Okay.
Yeah, the listeners
just let us just go to school. Okay.
Thuxter Fungorius stood up and walked over to Harry, placing his arm around Harry's shoulder.
I'm fucked.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Man. Sorry, man.
Now, everybody. Professor Potter has worked very hard to organize this for you this year, and I've come all the way over from the States for it.
He said, defending Harry. Harry pushed Huckster's arm off him and said, don't touch me. And Huckster.
And his name's Huckster for this moment.
Yeah, anyway.
Anyway, Huckster.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway, Professor Fungorius, that was really... Yeah, anyway, Professor Fungorius, that was really unnecessary. No one cares about what you have to say. So anyway, I would like you all to give a warm welcome to our friends from Down Under, mate. Harry did an Australian accent that was really bad and exaggerate.
And that's in the quotation marks. So it's implied that Harry said that.
Yeah. Down under, mate. Harry did an Australian accent that was really bad and exaggerate with only one G.
Yeah.
The fantastic students from Dinguts' School of Hocus Pokery, led by their fantastic headmaster and head of licking out, Crocomite Dundoo.
Oh, wow. Unpack that. So,
wow.
Good to see, because Harry, of course, was/is the head of giving head. Down here in Australia, Dinguts has a head of licking out.
Yes.
So it's not exclusive to Hogwarts.
Yeah, a great little, good.
Love to see Crocomite Dundoo.
Crocomite Dundoo.
That's good.
That's a good Aussie name.
Yeah, Crocomite Dundoo.
You've done well with that.
Thank you. I've done do.
So this is crazy.
Yeah, so we've got... this is just like when Durmstrang and Beauxbaton come. We've got the Dinguts kids.
We already had only one exchange student from Dinguts. I thought I'd never see them again.
And it was Dildo Dilderoni. Yeah.
The doors to the Great Hall opened for the 5th time that night. They'd be like, can we go to bed? And in came an array of students dressed in green and gold uniform. It was like in the Goblet of Fire when all the students come in from Durmstrang and do a little dance routine, because what the fuck?
Yeah, I always did find that funny in the Goblet of Fire movie when the Durmstrangs come in and the Beauxbatons and they do a dance. It's like, this would never happen.
Yeah. And were some of those cut out, or there was a longer dance that was cut?
Yeah, that's where the Hogwarts song comes in.
Yeah,
which was deleted. Yeah, because it's absurd.
But also, I feel like I remember when I was a school kid, you would sometimes go to a different school for for music thing or whatever. I guess it would be
dance.
music. No, sorry, I wouldn't. Or an excursion or something. You wouldn't go. Oh, and the other kids, the Skevies kids are here, and we'd walk in and do a few backflips and a dance.
You wouldn't do that.
No,
shoot some fire out.
You just walk in. And stand awkwardly.
Hey guys, yeah.
Maybe you'd break the ice.
Yeah, maybe. You wouldn't do it. You wouldn't bring ice. As in, you wouldn't do magic with it. Anyway, okay.
Sorry, I don't know why I zoned out, and I was thinking of ice like the drugs. I was like, why would you say that?
Oh, well. You did.
All of the Dinguts students were doing cartwheels really badly. And then as they each entered, that's really funny. People doing cartwheels and somersaults not very well.
Because now it feels like Harry's to Crocomite, hey, a few years ago when the Durmstrangs they did cartwheels and they did some magic.
You guys can do that, and they're like, "Oh, well, we didn't really plan it." No, it's really important. It's really important to do this.
They come in and they're like,
"Oh, I guess we'll give it a go." And they did cartwheels really badly, and then as they each entered, they cast a spell out of their wand that summoned an Australian animal. Even though this was for theatrics and grand entrance, there were now several koalas, kangaroos, kookaburras, and blue-ringed octopi in the Great Hall, just moving around. And immigration had a field day with it.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't do that.
You can't.
Just
yeah,
summon
it's a quarantine.
kangaroo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And now, you're eating dinner, you're watching all this, there's a kangaroo coming up. Yeah, kangaroos are big creatures.
Blue-ringed octopi, they're poisonous.
Yeah, but they couldn't thrive on land.
But they can move.
Yeah, true.
Just slide on over, wrap themselves around,
Someone. Kill them.
Someone. Yeah.
Redback, funnel web, blue-ringed octopus, taipan, tiger snake, anabox, jellyfish, big shark, just waiting for you to go swimming at Bondi Beach. Have you heard this? Come to Australia, you might accidentally get killed. Your blood is bound to be spilled. With fear, your pants will be filled because you might accidentally get killed.
What's that?
Come to Australia. By the Scared Weird Little Guys.
Oh.
A redback, funnel web, blue-ringed octopus, taipan, tiger snake,
I'm not going to remember it. Don't point at me. I'm going to continue. The boys were so excited to see their old friend Dylan Dilderoni.
Dildo's back.
Oh my God! So Dylan Dilderoni had returned to Hogwarts alongside Dyla Dungorius, a crocodile human who also studied at Dinguts.
Okay.
Plus an array of other Australian students. It feels like it's turning into Arthur.
Yeah. We already talked about Arthur a few weeks ago. We don't need to do that again.
Plus an array of other Australian students. Crocomite Dundoo was dressed in the Australia Zoo uniform.
So
he's like an Irwin.
Funny because I guess maybe Dinguts is in Australia Zoo.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah.
And you, instead of running through platform 9 3/4, you have to run into the crocodile enclosure, and one of the crocodiles, you don't know which one, but one of them, their mouth is actually a portal to the school.
Yeah.
You just don't know which one.
So you got to,
you got to guess.
We lost another few today.
But also, Australia Zoo, is iconic Australian zoo.
Yeah.
Where Steve Irwin's dad founded it, I think.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
So one funny thing I would say is that even though I feel like this happens a lot, but it's funny that you live in Australia, you're writing this, you're an Australian, you live in Australia, you go to school in Australia, but we still, when we're writing a fiction, we still write the stereotypes of Australians that other countries would do. This is not our experience. But you don't see crocodiles and kangaroos all the time.
Yes.
But you still are like, if we went to another country, we'd be like, crocodile, kangaroo, blah, 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 taipan, and we'll all be wearing khaki. I've never worn khaki in my life.
Yeah.
Although I am wearing some beige shorts.
I think the funny part is that, obviously, Crocomite Dundoo wears the Australia Zoo uniform, which implies that he is employed at Australia Zoo, which that's what to me makes me feel like that's the location of the school.
Okay, yeah. And had a cork hat on.
A cork?
I don't think that hats are cork. You have a hat that has corks hanging from it.
Yeah, but I think they're called cork hats.
Okay.
Is that an Australian thing too? Because it's to keep flies away, isn't it?
I think it is.
Okay.
He was holding his wand, which also had a knife stuck to it with an elastic band. I love that. Really smart.
Yeah, that's good.
G'day, Haz, Crocomite said. G'day, Crocomite. Put some bloody shrimp on the barbie, eh? Harry said in an appalling Australian accent. I'm trying to...
G'day, Crocomite.
Put some bloody shrimp on the barbie, eh? Harry said in an appalling Australian accent and looked at all the Hogwarts students with a look like, oh my God, what the fuck? They speak so weird in Australia. It's going to get confusing because obviously I read it in an Australian accent.
Yeah, that's okay. I think we just let that slide. Yeah.
The Australian students all took to their seats. Several students sat on the Gryffindor table near the boys. Oh, yeah. So they briefly introduced themselves, including one student named Crippers. Patrick Cripps, the Australian footballer.
Crippers.
It is Crippez.
Crippers. Hey, Crippers.
I'm going to call him Crippers. Who said he was a down-to-earth Aussie bloke who loved the outdoors and chicks. Harry stood back up.
Hey, Crippers, how are ya? What's your deal? Just a down-to-earth Aussie bloke, love the outdoors, love chicks.
Yeah, love chicks. Okay. Now, Harry stood back up. Now I'd like you all to be excited as we welcome our friends from the US of A, all the way from Alcatraz Island, the students of Rubak's School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, led by their fantastic headmaster, Fuckster Fungorius, who is already here.
So Fuckster is the headmaster of Rubak's, which is the American school, which is on Alcatraz. Is that what they're saying? Okay, that's
Isn't that
interesting.
a prison?
Yeah, it's a prison, but maybe Muggles think it's a prison, so they don't go there.
Smart.
Because it's a school.
Smart.
SMRT.
And so, sorry, wasn't Fuckster now becoming one of the teachers? Or
Yeah,
not?
I guess he's filling in as potions teacher, but he's also headmaster at Rubak's. Well, Cheeseman was head of HR and Defense Against...
That's true. All right. The doors of the Great Hall opened once again, and a vast array of students dressed in red, white, and blue striped uniform entered. These were the American students from Rubak's. So Fuckster is also headmaster at Rubak's? Does that mean Fuckety Duckety Doc is a student? Asked Sam. No, I think he's just an idiotus. He might not go to school, said Tom. Okay, that's a fun line. There were a few things the boys noticed as the students from Rubak's entered. They all cast spells from their wands that appeared to be gunshots to celebrate their culture. Pew, 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 yeah! Woo! But at the back of the group of students were 2 or 3 random teachers, and what was undeniably Mr. Charger.
Oh,
what?
No. He's back.
What?
He's finally back.
No!
Finally back. Performing for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Put your hands together if you want to clap as we take you through this monkey rap. Ha! DK.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
I got it, that one. Cool. Okay. This is wild. Charger.
He's back. He's fucking back.
I guess this makes sense.
He's over at Rubak's.
Because that makes it, you got on the country, you get a job there.
Escape, and then he gets a job, he's thinking, it's finally over. And they're like, hey, we're going over to...
We're going on a trip. Well, where are we going? Hogwarts. You know what? I don't think we should. Mr. Charger made eye contact with the boys and didn't even remotely try to pretend it wasn't him. It was him, 100%. He even waved at the boys with a friendly smile. Oh my God, I haven't seen you in ages. I'll chat to you after this. And he mouthed the words, I got a job at Rubak's. So, the last interaction they had
was...
But he's tried to kill them. He's tried to kill them.
Yeah, he tried to kill them, and then he had to fart-upperate away, I think, with Clownish, and he's like, I got a job at Rubak's.
I mean, I was look, that was so long ago now. Yeah. I got a job at Rubak's. So much happened.
Can you believe I got a job at Rubak's?
I mean, we're both over
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd teach again.
That's so funny. Oh my God, Michael, yeah, it's Mr. Charger. Arrest him. Arrest him. How dare you, Harry said. Everybody deserves a second chance, and Winston has been lucky enough to land a job in America, where I think he'll do great things. This is clearly just a ploy for him to try to murder us again this year, said Luke. Mr. Charger started crying loudly.
Aww.
See what you've done? You've made him cry now. See, this is just not on, boys. Detention all year, said Harry. Oh, come here, Winston. Don't worry about them. You just do you. You're great. Hey, we love you, Winston. I added in the hey.
That was good.
He literally tried to kill you last year, Harry. What the fuck? Said Michael.
Okay, I'm being serious. Even I think this is fact.
Said Dimmy.
My God.
Dimmy turned his attention away from the Mr. Charger commotion for a sec, as did the rest of the boys, because something had just happened that took them all by surprise.
Oh.
Something had happened in all of them that they hadn't really noticed before. Because almost in an instant, without realizing it, the boys noticed something around them. Some of the American students and some of the Australian students, heck, even some of the Hogwarts students were girls.
Oh.
That's not the end of the chapter. I thought it was in the chapter. It's not.
Oh my God. hang on a second. Forget about the guy who tried to kill us. Is that a woman?
No, he's a girl. Hang on. As I'm laughing at is there's about 6 sentences being like, something's happened. Something has happened. Something in an instant, but it's not being described in an instant.
Yeah.
And they've just noticed, but they've never noticed their own students.
Yeah. They're like, oh my God, hang on a second. It's like they've all collectively at the same time
just hit puberty and gone,
oh my goodness.
Wait a minute.
Girls are so attractive.
There are girls here.
Oh my God.
Were girls. Okay, I'll continue. Girls, Michael said. American girls, Rob said. Australian girls, Luke said.
Could I please order a chicken schnitzel sandwich with extra mayo? No, I'll come and pick it up.
Dimmy said. Girls, Harry said. Harry, fuck off. You aren't part of our sexual awakening. Said Michael. One of the girls from Rubax was... One of the girls from Rubax had to have been the prettiest girl Michael had ever seen. She had beautiful long blonde hair and a pretty face. She looked over at Michael and smiled. Michael smiled back.
Wow.
End of chapter. That's nice.
Oh, that's cute. Wow.
Beautiful long blonde hair and a pretty face.
Wow. Now, okay, so that's the end of the chapter. There's a sexual awakening. Harry Potter and the girls.
It is a sexual awakening. I feel like there's been a lot of sexuality in the last few books.
That's actually true. But yeah, but I think this is a reflection of like Goblet of Fire was sort of the first time that Harry became interested in Cho and was like, oh, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, getting Cho up in her business.
Yeah, that's it. So maybe it's a bit of that. How is it plot relevant? I don't know. Where does the Phantom Fighter come into the Magilympics? I don't know.
Look, credit where it's due. There are now multiple plots. I'm like, oh my God, how? But I mean, we were talking, the whole Gobby thing, and then
Mr. Charger's back. Gobby, Dinesh,
there's a whole
Huckster.
There's going to be a whole Magilympics. There's going to be all these
Crocomite Dundoo. Yeah,
there's lots of. They're going to be doing the Magilympics with like, well, hang on, that bloody Charger's going to get Blades here. And
my thing is that
the Humping Hillo.
I think we've got an influx of big new characters.
Yeah.
And my thing for that is like we're heading into whodunit territory, which is why there's all these new characters coming in. Who's the Phantom Fighter? I think that's
who Crocodile did it.
Well, that was fun. Thank you so much.
Super fun. Great. I feel like great chill ep.
Yeah.
We had Jackie last week, and that was
what a
amazing.
hyper episode.
That was awesome.
Yeah. And
Jackie's very funny.
We will be back next week performing for you. If you know the words, you can join in
too. It's Rome, the Vesuvius. Next week I'll write a DK
rap about Rome. I will too. Goodbye, amores. Let's not do one this week. One of the post things. Let's just not do one.
Let's not.